The Flames are on a bit of a hot streak right now, and that's thanks to the play of a lot of players. But there's one player in particular that is shocking everyone. Welcome to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe because 92% of the people watching are not subscribed. So if you love the Flames, you want all the latest news, updates, reports, rumors on Calgary, then make sure you subscribe. But like I said, the Flames, 4-game winning streak. It's very unbelievable right now. Making a push for the playoffs. It looks like it's such exciting times. And there's one guy in particular, you can probably tell who it was from the thumbnail, but he is shocking everyone. It's kind of unexpected that he's playing this well. Now, obviously, we expected the man himself. It's MacKenzie Weegar. You guys obviously could have guessed it. He got a big hat trick yesterday. Look at him holding the 3 pucks. His prize for getting his first career hat trick is a very cute photo with Nazem Kadri looking as cute as possible and Jonathan Huberdeau looking like a male model. My goodness, what a photo that is. That is going to be the desktop on my laptop. But congrats to Weegar, first career hat trick. He's playing unbelievable right now. It was his 13th, 14th, and 15th goals of the season, which puts him top of the league in goals by defensemen this season. He passed Rasmus Dahlin and Cale Makar. Kind of surprised to see Thomas Harley in there. And then Quinn Hughes, of course, as well. But Weegar now has the 2-goal lead on any other defenseman in the league, which is just extremely, extremely impressive. Now, a lot of Flames fans will say, how is this shocking? I mean, we expected him to be a stud defenseman. He came over in a trade where we gave up something huge in Matthew Tkachuk. Where has this Weegar been? Where was he last year? Anything like that? Well, you kind of have a point, but I mean, when it really comes down to it, his career high before this year was 8 goals, which he scored with Florida in their President's Trophy winning season. 8 goals in 80 games, obviously very good for a defenseman, a goal every 10 games, but he wasn't really able to recreate that last year. Only the 4 goals, 30 points. Again, 30 points, not bad, but just the 4 goals. But look at that this year. 52 games, 15 goals. He's pretty much doubled his career high, or his career total. I mean, I know the math's not totally correct there, but look at that. It's a third of his career total in goals so far for his career is this season alone in just 52 games. That is shocking. It's shocking how amazing he's playing. And when he's playing well, obviously the Flames are playing well. You look at the plus minus as well. He's only a plus 13 this season, but that is improving with every single game. Obviously a career high of 40 again on Florida in their President's Trophy winning season. But he can definitely get back to that point. And I think a big part of that is in thanks to Ryan Huska, the other man in the thumbnail, of course. He's giving Weegar a chance to excel. He's playing him lately with Rasmus Andersson. And they're both D-men who can definitely pinch. They can chip in offensively, go on a little forecheck, go on a little rush. And they can also stick back and be the stay-at-home D-man for the other guy. And it works perfectly. They are gelling so well right now. It is just wonderful to see. Hopefully they can stay together. And they've really proven that they can be a top D unit within the NHL. And it's fantastic because I know all Flames fans, we love Rasmus, right? Flames fans always talking about how good Andersson is and how he's definitely not in the trade rumors. Got to build around him and all that. Weegar, same thing. He's here for a long time and he's playing like he wants to be here for a long time. He's really helping out the club. And my goodness, 15 goals now. If he can finish the season with 20 goals, I would be over the moon with that and shocked. It truly is shocking. If you needed any validation for how shocking this is, just look at his past career high. He's almost doubled his career high. So very, very impressed with him. Now let's take a look at the trade that he was part of. Of course, hindsight is 2020. At the time when the trade was made, it seemed like the Flames had a steal, We only really gave away Matthew Tkachuk to Florida and got back some great, great pieces. So here's the full trade. So Florida obviously got Tkachuk and a conditional fourth. Conditional fourth, whatever, who cares? Calgary receives Huberdeau, who had just come off a 115-point season. MacKenzie Weegar, the man himself. Cole Schwindt, who's got the call-up a couple times so far this season and looks like he might be a player of the future. And then a 2025 lottery-protected first-round pick. Obviously, that pick hasn't come into effect yet. We're still only in 2024, so that's next year's draft. But I can't imagine Florida will be in the lottery. But who knows? Who knows? You never know what can happen in a season. But there's the full trade. So very, very, at the time it seemed like, wow, what a steal. And obviously Tkachuk was very transparent, didn't want to be here anymore, wanted to go play in America, you know, all the tax and the weather and everything. Come on, Calgary's sick. But that's the trade itself, and it's almost looking like Weegar is the key piece that has come back to Calgary. Now, obviously, Huberdeau, he's playing better lately for sure. Is he playing worth his contract? Not even close. He's still not the player we want him to be. But Weegar's already picking up to be not only the player we expected him to be, but even smashing expectations, especially offensively. I mean, 15 goals. Can't get over that. Weegar's just doing fantastic. Here's Huberdeau's stats of the last 3 games. So this is since we've returned from the All-Star break. This is since Kuzmenko has come over and Huberdeau has been on a new line, and the power play has definitely adjusted with life beyond Elias Lindholm. So Huberdeau, 2 goals, 3 assists in the last 3 games on this Eastern road trip. And I mean, those are good stats. I mean, 5 points in 3 games. Didn't have the best game statistically against the Devils. They still created a lot of offense, especially Huberdeau, but yeah, 5 points in 3 games. I think that's more of what we expected out of Huberdeau and what we would assume a contract like his would pay. I mean, almost 2 points a game, 5 points, 3 games. That's definitely more of what we wanted out of Huberdeau when we originally picked him up. Here's a good thing I found from Reddit as well. So after nearly going pointless in December, Huberdeau is a point per game in 2024. So far in January and February. 15 points, 15 games, and that's the perfect thing right at the bottom there. Still not exactly worth 10.5 mil a season, but it looks like he's starting to get his game back. Love to see it. Couldn't have put it any better myself, if that's just the honest truth. I mean, do we want him to be a point per game? Yes. Do we want him to be over a point per game? Yes. I mean, when the Flames traded for him, when Tree Living pulled off that blockbuster in the summer, I mean, he had come off a 115-point season. 115 points, and then we all know what happened last season. But finally, it's looking like, once again, Ryan Huska has finally put Huberdeau in a position where he can succeed. Was Huska not doing that before? I can't say that. Huska has been trying to do everything to make the team click. I mean, Daryl Sutter, you could argue, definitely wasn't giving Huberdeau the right opportunity. But I mean, Sutter didn't expect Huberdeau to be that shockingly awful, I guess you could say. That's a harsh word. I don't think Huberdeau was awful last season. Just really didn't play to expectations. But I think Huberdeau has obviously picked it up. Now that Kuzmenko is here, he has another sniper that he can just feed the puck to, and hopefully they can produce like crazy. Huberdeau got a power play goal yesterday. Sure, it was a decently easy tap in. It came right to his stick after the traffic in front sort of thing, and he potted it in. But let's get more of that. A goal's a goal, no matter what it looks like. A point's a point, no matter what it looks like. And I really hope Huberdeau can really turn it around for the rest of the season and prove that maybe he, over Weegar, should be seen as the centerpiece coming back to Calgary in that trade. Once again, who knows what the first round pick in next year's draft will look like. But obviously, Flames fans, they know they wanted Huberdeau to be the superstar, a replacement for Tkachuk and Gaudreau. And then Weegar, obviously, a big key piece coming back. Besties with Johnny and MacKenzie. Wow, what a beautiful combo that is. But it is exciting to see that Weegar's doing so well and Huberdeau's doing so well. Did the Flames win the trade? Like I said, this chapter is called Hindsight is 2020. But obviously, so far, just a season and a half into the trade, it still looks like Florida won the trade. I mean, Tkachuk is incredible. But he didn't want to be here, so the Flames were they had to make that trade. And it ended up, I think it's looking like it's turning out to be the best for both situations, but I'd still argue the Panthers obviously won that trade. Made the Cup final last year. Tkachuk was a Hart nominee, and he's playing really well once again this year. And Florida's looking dangerous lately. They do not stop scoring. So hopefully, hey, who knows? Maybe the Flames and Panthers will meet in the Stanley Cup final. That is a joke. That's never going to happen. Last thing I just want to take a look at again is the defensive dilemma that the Flames are in. And once again, it's not, a dilemma where both sides are bad. This side, do we keep all our D-men intact and play super well like we have been? Good. This side, do you trade away Hanifin and Tanev and try and get the most assets back? Still not bad. I mean, I think either way you go, it's good. But anyway, here are the D pairings that the Flames have been playing lately. And Hanifin and Tanev, obviously together, are they on the go? But Weegar and Andersson, like I said before in the video, they've just been so good lately. Can they carry the team far into the playoffs no matter who's playing behind them? Obviously, Pahal and Shillington are going to be staples of the lineup as well. But if Tanev and Hanifin are gone, can Weegar and Andersson be the guys to carry the Flames further into where they need to go? I sure hope so. Obviously, I'll leave it up to Flames fans to discuss that and more of the credible media to discuss that. But I definitely think it's a possibility that Weegar and Andersson can carry the team no matter what, even with life beyond Hanifin and Tanev. But it's looking like a lot of Flames fans think sign Hanifin and trade Tanev. I think that's a great option. I think keeping both is a great option. I think trading both is a great option. No matter what, I think it'll be a great option, and I think the Flames are headed in the right direction. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000, and have a wonderful rest of your day.